Alrighty, we are on day 3 of Today in Global Hack Week, and I know you've all had a busy set of few days, but just a quick check. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Can you see the slides? Why don't, after y'all confirm that everything's good, what's been your favorite part of Global Hack Week so far? Everything looking good? Yay! Ooh, apparently y'all just played Tetris. You did some Figma and some JavaScript and API work. Awesome. Exciting. All right. Well, why don't I go ahead and get us started so that way you all can get back to working on some challenges if you're looking to get that bonus swag. And also if you are looking forward to any upcoming streams, that you've got some time to prepare for that. So first up, like I said, welcome to day 3 of Beginners Week. Not only if you are a perfectly wonderful brand new beginner, but also if you're coming back to refresh your skills, we love to have you all. So as for who you have today, my name is Cecilia. I am a coach at Major League Hacking, and I'm actually getting used to listening to audiobooks. I actually read so much slower if I'm listening to an audiobook, which is such a strange concept. Even though I have it at like 2 or 3 times speed, I'm just really, really bad at like putting headphones on and just listening to an audiobook while I do stuff. But that's okay because I still have physical books. I still prefer those, but you know, we're trying to be flexible. All right. And a quick announcement. I know that a lot of folks have been asking about this through a lot of Global Hack Weeks, but if you are in India, the MLH AI Roadshow is coming to you. So go ahead to mlh.link/roadshow-in. I'll go ahead and type it up for folks. So that way, if you are looking to see the MLH team in India, meet your favorite MLHer, most of our full-time team, I believe, is headed over to go ahead and enjoy that. So if you're able to make it, we'd love to see you. If not, hopefully we'll come back with more opportunities in the future, knowing how much the community loves getting a chance to meet all of us and hang out, and also just, share the MLH love. So, like I said, if you happen to be in the area or happen to be able to get to the MLH AI Roadshow, I have heard only good things. I've not actually yet staffed an MLH AI Roadshow, but I do know that the folks who have gone have really enjoyed like the previews of different technologies and just getting a chance to hang out and vibe. So let's talk about yesterday. You had a busy day yesterday where you explored Figma Dev Mode with Varshini. I love that she added a corgi picture. I know that we host this workshop every Global Hack Week, but we don't always have the same coaches running it. So it's a great chance for you to get a different feel for the same content because it's often taught very differently depending on our backgrounds. Then you wrote your first API with Vincent. You were working on some webhooks in this instance. Very, very cool. Good to have that, especially as we come up and think about future Global Hack Weeks. Then you wrote your first lines of Python, coming back with Varshini. I know she was having you guess like what was going on with the code, why some things weren't working, really making sure that you got a chance to engage and really understand what you were looking at. Then you took your first steps into web dev with Iro, going through the basics of HTML tags and a little bit of CSS. By this point, you had been working on pulling in images where it seems like I think he just pulled random images that he had or something. But y'all had fun with that. Then you wrote a hello world in Java. Coming back with Iro once again. It's very code dense on the screen. I didn't do a great job. But I do know that you were working with like data types and typecasting in Java. So go ahead and check out that stream if you missed out on those. You can always go ahead and go back and watch the recordings on YouTube, or if you need accessibility settings at any point throughout Global Hack Week, whether before, during, or after, well, I guess during or after, not before, go ahead to YouTube because it also has closed captioning. Then you wrapped up the JavaScript track with UT. Looks like you were working on a web song maker, but I also saw something about like MLH events or something later in the stream, so I was kind of like, what's going on here? So someone will have to tell me what UT was doing because I have no idea. I was pretty confused, but I know that you all had a great time and he had a great description of everything, making sure y'all got a super deep dive into all things JavaScript. Then, just a bit ago, you demystified data structures with Gabriella. I know she was walking you through some leak code, really helping you understand those basics, and especially as you might be coming up on preparing for job interviews, what a great opportunity. As for what's happening today, you can always go ahead and go to ghw.mlh.io/schedule, so that way you can see what's coming up, not just today, but in future days if you want to plan ahead. But as always for today in Global Hack Week, we'll give you a quick preview as to what's coming up next, giving you a little more context than you might have in the text boxes that we have available. First up, we've got Jocelyn teaching a robot how to balance at 1 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. IST to understand how robots are correcting their mistakes. I actually really want to attend this, but I have a meeting. Cry. It's fine. But definitely, Jocelyn always has great hardware streams, learning about ROS or incorporating machine learning into understanding things. So there's a chance you might get any one of those opportunities. Then you've got another intro to web dev with Varshini at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 a.m. IST to break down the basics of web development. So if you want a refresher from Iro's course or you want to just get a different perspective, I guarantee you Varshini has you covered. Then we've got Iro back with an intro to GitHub at 5 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 a.m. IST to master your favorite tool and use it at your next hackathon. And like I said, there are multiple workshops. So if this is a good segue, actually, if you get a chance to attend it or watch a recording, I highly recommend, so that way you can come to my Get Good with GitHub workshop, or we can get more deep into the details and talk more about maybe theory or things that maybe you have missed, or maybe more questions you might have after Iro's stream, because it might be that you only have so much time to cover what you want, so you have a second chance. So I think actually Iro is running the mini event for Scribble. I need to double check with Siddharth, but either Iro or I am running Scribble at 9 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. IST to do Pictionary really quick for about an hour. And then we've got a follow-up with Get Good with Git at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. IST. Like I said, if you have any leftover questions after Iro's stream, definitely come check out the Get Good with Git. Or if you're unable to make his stream, but you are able to make one of, whoever's stream you're able to make it to, you're either ways going to get a great experience, but definitely follow up. And then, as always, we'll wrap it up by starting the next day in Global Hack Week. This time you'll be with Freddie and Ryan. Freddie is on his first week, and I know you'll show him all the love and support that we know the community can give. That will be 12 p.m. Eastern at 10:30 p.m. IST to get to know more about day 4. That's a typo, but we are chugging along on Global Hack Week. And as a reminder, you can go ahead and I know that we're going to actually finish quite early today for today in Global Hack Week, but take the opportunity to go work on challenges by completing the partnered and featured challenges, which are all generally about 5-ish minutes. The first featured challenges are generally going to be signups for our various partners throughout the week. You'll go ahead and go to ghw.mlh.io/challenges. Knock those out really quick. Enjoy the rest of your week. Or take the opportunity to see what other challenges are so you can build up your knowledge and challenge yourself to keep improving. And as always, if you'd like to help us make Global Hack Weeks even better, go to mlh.link/GHW feedback so that way we can find out what you want to see. Whether it's that you wish you could see more of a certain piece of content, or you find that something's been too repetitive, or that you want some, some more clarification on certain things, let us know. We'd love to know. And now we'll take like maybe 2 to 5 minutes for any QA. So if you've got a question and I'm able to answer it, try and go ahead and put that in chat. I will do my best to scroll through. There was, I think, a couple questions, but not too many. None that I at least have answers. Dun, 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 dun. And as a reminder, Global Hack Week is not a hackathon, but a chance for you to learn skills to use at a hackathon. Sometimes we have a digital hackathon like right after Global Hack Week or like a week or two after. And that might be a chance to test the skills that you're learning this week and in future Global Hack Weeks. I know we've always got that question. I am actually very glad that you were asleep because if you've come to enough of my streams, or at least there have been other hackers who are like, I'm not going to sleep, you'll find that I'm always going to say, go to sleep, because I really encourage folks to get the most out of their week by resting, making sure they're taking care of themselves first, and then by enjoying Global Hack Week, whether it's this week, if they have time, or maybe a future week where their job schedule is less busy or whatever's going on. I have no idea. It's something worth posing to the team. I'm sure that the team is trying to figure out where it's possible to host MLH AI Roadshow. It really depends on funding and a couple other factors, but definitely worth mentioning it when we've got another full-timer on stream, which I believe will be in a couple days. All right. Big fan of Global Hack Week. Any advice for applying to the MLH Fellowship? Link up with their alumni. I actually am not super sure. I've never participated in the fellowship, but there is a coach who sometimes streams who has been a fellowship alumni and works with the fellowship program. So if you happen to see Wei on a future stream, he would be the question to direct this to. But as well as that, you are also welcome to use the Discord, which will give you a much faster answer. We have a fellowship questions channel as well as folks there who sometimes come back and answer a few questions, or people who have gone through the application process to help out with that. So I would recommend Discord first if you happen to see Wei in the wild or want to ping him on LinkedIn, or even ping him when he's on a stream that he may be doing. That would be worth checking that one out. Feedback is, oh, okay, good to know. Let me go and ping Siddharth and let him know that we're missing that. I forget exactly if there is a more info question. Let's go pull it up. My computer is being really slow today, so bear with as I am working so slowly today. I need to restart my computer. Okay. Sure. Will you let me? Oh, I hate when they do this. Okay. I'm going to go ping Siddharth. So that way. And if my computer will let me do this. Siddharth is pinged. Hopefully that will be updated within the next 24 hours. Check back at tomorrow's Today in Global Hack Week, or at least like try doing the feedback form again. Like write them down on a document, or like send a message to yourself on Discord somehow, or like however you send messages to yourself. So that way you know your feedback that you want to give. And then when we get the form back up with the Intro to Python stream option, you'll be able to go ahead and fill that out. Cool. Any other questions? It's been pretty slow, which I totally get. Like I said, I want to maximize the time you have a chance to complete your featured challenges. So if there are no other questions, and you might be typing and I'm trying to buy time for you right now because I know I've got a stream lag, that you can go ahead and do those featured challenges, get that bonus, get your guaranteed swag, and then once you do your 5 check-ins at a live event, you'll get your bonus swag, which is exciting. Gonna give it one more minute because I know again there's a bit of a stream delay, but if you are good, you're welcome to hop off. Like I said, complete those featured challenges, take a break, go eat something, drink some water, anything that would be helpful to you and your current self. Would love to see it. And then still waiting, which is totally fine. Excuse me. There's a lot of dust in my office today. It's fine. Okay. I have not gotten any new questions. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining me for Today in Global Hack Week. Show Freddie and Ryan some love tomorrow by joining their Global Hack Week, Today in Global Hack Week stream. And as for who's coming up next, remember you've got Jocelyn giving you a robot balancing challenge in her workshop. And as always, thanks so much for joining. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves, and see you in a couple streams.